Hey all, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. I fucking adore the toy box, and we're going to spend a little bit of time traversing Andy's room before we head on out onto the street and down the road towards Galaxy Toys, because there's a fair few little bits of Easter eggs here, a hidden Mickey or two, and some blocks that seem to have physics and whatnot on them, and people have made hilarious tweets manipulating these blocks, but I shan't talk about them because they're rude and naughty.
Yeah, I don't know, nothing wrong with that. I've seen a few of those, actually. I think it's pretty funny when you can get it to line up.
So yeah, look, we have the Luxo Ball. I just call it Famous Ball, really.
Wait, it has a name?
Yes, the Luxo Ball.
Oh! Now I know, and knowledge is half the battle. It's toy-themed after all. G.I. Joe!
Why didn't they have a toy of the fucking... This was going to be a whole thing about, like, a merchandise line for Captain Planet, but just look at the soft contours of the physics on the quilt and enjoy that instead, and maybe I'll get away scot-free with flubbing my lines.
I don't know. I kind of want to learn more about Captain Planet toys. Didn't they make some toys for Captain Planet? I thought they did.
I would totally assume so, like, at least wearable rings and whatnot, so you could be like, Earth, Heart. No, I don't want to be Heart, though.
Just be that guy who gets 5 fire rings and be like, fire, fire, fire.
I'm gonna look up and see if Disney owns Captain Planet. Is Captain Planet owned by Disney? Because I think it's owned by Turner and whatnot.
And Turner, I think, is part of Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Let's see. Let's see. Deke was part of the production company, Hanna-Barbera Cartoons, distributor, Turner Program, Warner Bros. Television. They don't own Warner Bros. Yet, do they?
They don't, but we'll see. But yeah, no, I remember, because Warner Brothers did acquire Hanna-Barbera, so yeah, they own Captain Planet.
So how do you feel about the level design for the toy box, mate? Because I gotta be honest, the size and scope of, like, these outdoor areas kind of blew me away when we first saw them. Like, we're used to big levels in Kingdom Hearts, but this is like, the scale is correct. Like, it's not like, oh, the street is, you know, human Sora size. No, it's the size if, like, Sora was shrunken down to a toy.
Yeah, I think for here especially, the fact that you are toy-sized, the huge spacious environments work really well to its favor. But again, you will kind of run into that problem where, again, a big focus is on these huge spacious environments, but there's not really much else you can do. And again, here it's fine, because you are toy-sized after all. But in other areas, you'll get big open spots, and there's not really much else to do as a result. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but here I think it works great.
Oh, I'm a big fan of double arrow guns, mate. How about you?
I wanted to like the guns. I really did. Like, a good gun has to be, like, really awesome looking and badass and fire a lot of cool projectiles. This one just kind of fires magic arrows. It's alright. I don't like the gun design. There's, like, when you do the Winnie the Pooh world, you actually get another gun, but it shoots, like, honey balls instead, and I actually like that one better than this one. I don't know. This one doesn't do it for me.
Fair enough, mate. He is succinct and to the point with his criticisms. Here's something you may or may not find interesting. Did you know you can actually stock and store finishers?
Really?
Yes, pretty much. Bit of a delayed reaction there. Sorry, that's Discord for you, I suppose. But say you have, like, you know, the finisher for the double arrow guns ready. You can switch to another Keyblade and essentially store it. At least as far as I'm aware. I've seen, like, multiple players do it before.
Yeah, that's pretty useful, because sometimes you can get, like 3 or 4 going at one point, especially if you're getting attractions against the business done.
There's a hidden Mickey here, and it's kind of annoying. Yes, I know, Goofy, there's a lucky emblem here, and Woody's like, what's a lucky emblem? They weren't here before.
No pictures, sorry, you're free-falling. No, that's the ground.
God, this fucking music is taking me right back to play the shitty games that don't suck ass.
You'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear? What?
Yeah, I meant to say great licensed games like Toy Story and whatnot, but let's face it, the Mega Drive version of Toy Story was like all difficulty and very little enjoyment. Now, if we're talking quality Toy Story games, we can talk about Toy Story 2, where you play as Buzz.
Let's see.
You have to remember, guys, even though it is the 90s, licensed games could still very well suck. back then. We've had quite a few. I've played a few Disney ones especially, so I know what that's like.
There we go. Is that it? Am I lined up? Thank Christ.
Oh, they're leaves, huh? I didn't even catch that. I was looking around this for a little bit trying to find that emblem. I'm like, eh, fuck it, I'll do it later.
So here we are, out on the hot asphalt, and it's a good job the, traffic is non-existent today, otherwise this would be a very different battle scene.
Yeah, again, the excuse they use for this world is a great convenient way to get around having to render full-size people and traffic. Which, although the PS4, as you know, is the most amazing game console system, that's still a little bit beyond its capability to do that at 60 FPS.
Well, this isn't running at 60, I can tell you that much. It's more like closer to approaching 60 at the best of times. I feel Kingdom Hearts 3 runs pretty well for what it is, especially considering all the nice particle effects and such that, Square Enix is pretty much in love with. I'm sorry, my commentary for, discussing the technical aspect of video games is so blasé and based.
I'm sorry, I was a little distracted because when you mentioned it's not running 60 FPS, I'm sitting there going, what they should have done is, that while you're fighting here, they have like a 60 FPS action game going on in the background, like Dante's over there fighting some demons just like in the background. I just think that'd be hilarious, and I really hope somebody... Well, no, they can't really mod that in, can they? Oh, well.
No. Kingdom Hearts, as far as we're aware, will never come to the PC, so that's +1 for the Xbox One and PS4. I forgot for a moment there that it was on the Xbox One.
I think everybody forgot that. I keep legit having to remind myself, because I'm in, Walmart, and I see, oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 is available on PS4. Oh, yeah, and on Xbox One. Oh, okay.
I still think they should put at least the collections on the Switch, because having those on the go would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask, I think they've done this. Have they ported the collections to the Xbox One?
No. I think there's, the story so far, and that's a collection of all of them. Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I mean, they need at least the story so far, I would imagine, to get up to speed.
Let's have a look here. No, it's just on PlayStation 4.
Why would they not port it? That makes no sense. I mean, if you're putting Kingdom Hearts 3 on the fucking console, you want the other games there too, so they have a build-up to that.
I have a feeling that Microsoft just paid for it to be on the system, because everyone was kind of shocked during that one E3 thing, where we first got the trailer for the Frozen World and whatnot. It's like, whoa, for the first time ever, Kingdom Hearts.
Why doesn't that toy move?
I guess it hasn't figured it out.
Precious lore!
That is some lore. For you. Oh, here we go.
Ben Diskin, it's been a while.
Yeah, it hasn't been long enough, I'm afraid. So, as I mentioned earlier, you're going along in the world, you're having fun, and then Organization 13 comes in to fuck everything up. This one is really bad. I'm sitting here enjoying Toy Story, but this guy just will not shut the fuck up at times, and it's really distracting from the Toy Story I've been trying to do here.
Oh, come on. You know the payoff for this is amazing.
The payoff is good, but getting there is not worth it.
I disagree. I love the combination of the Disney and the original content stuff, and I find young Xehanort to be a very fascinating character because he's just a moody teenager, really. He's also slightly intimidating, as moody teenagers are wont to be.
He's annoying as shit, in my opinion. I think he's probably one of the worst Xehanorts out of the whole damn shebang.
What an odd statement. Which Xehanort are we talking here? Oh, just one of the Xehanorts.
Yeah, just one of them. How many are there? 20? You pick one. It's fine.
Let's dispel this here. There aren't 20 Xehanorts, okay? There's 13.
Oh, because that number makes so much sense and is much better.
Alright, we've got a bit of mech combat here, guys. Are you ready for drastic shifting gameplay?
Yeah, it's pretty good because, I mean, we'll get into it a little bit, but with what you can do with these mechs are pretty great, actually.
Is this boy a friend or foe?
I think we've got our answer.
It has a gun.
Woody is ready to fucking square up. That's what I love about him.
That's true. He is pretty badass in this game, actually, for all the shit he has to go through.
Yeah, if the Heartless know how to do it, there's no reason you can't.
Goofy, did you just compare me to a Heartless?
Yeah, that's definitely never happened before.
Never. Although, yeah, I would say creatures running on base instinct. That pretty much describes Sora. We've got a bit of classic music from Kingdom Hearts here, remix. They do this a lot throughout 3.
So here's the best part about this world. You can actually jump into the mechs and play as them. And then the game kind of turns into a little bit of Doom here, where you've got like guns, and depending on the mech you're in, you get like a different additional powers, different super moves. Like this guy's kind of the basic one. The red one is more, it has a shoulder charge as its special. Its gun is slower. Then there's like a purple one that has a really fast gun. Its melee capabilities aren't great, but it also has like a big fuck off beam as well. So no, I had a lot of fun just jumping between the different mechs. You want to fight them in the mechs, because fighting them on the foot isn't really that reliable, especially this early in the game. They can be a little tricky, so definitely get into a mech as soon as you can.
They're kind of damage sponges, really, and be aware that when you knock down a mech, that doesn't necessarily mean you've defeated the Heartless inside, so make sure you take them out, lest they go ahead and pile up other mechs.
And what was your favorite color of mech to use? Mine was the purple, personally.
I would say red. I think the shoulder charge is just very useful because it can knock down multiple guys.
Red is fun, but the problem is that its gun is way too slow, so... I mean, I picked that second. Blue is like my least played. But if there was a purple one, I would go for it.
Fair news, mate.
See, this is pretty fun, though. Like, just kind of turning it into an FPS all of a sudden.
I gotta say, man, I wish there were like toy stores of this size and variety back when I was a child. There was a thing called Children's World that I used to go to with my granddad all the time to get like Power Rangers toys and whatnot. Yes, I was one of those kids of the 90s, and it was pretty spacious, but nothing as luxurious as this.
You know, I've only been in a Toys R Us twice throughout my whole lifespan. Once for a birthday present, I got like a Pokemon deck of cards. And then another when it was closing. You know, all the Toys R Us's are obviously not here anymore. But I've always wanted to go in one, but I never really got the opportunity. So I do get a little jealous when I hear about people talking about their cool experiences in like toy stores and arcades and shit like that. I never really got that as a kid, I'll be honest with you.
I'm sorry, I won't bring it up again then, especially not all the fantastic toys that I got.
I hate you. Although, I was at the flea market the other day. I did see a complete Thunderzord for $75, and I went there to buy a computer to work on for career reasons. But I sat there looking at that Thunderzord, and I'm like, just be here in a month when I get back, okay?
Which will advance my career faster? I'm angling towards the Thunderzord right now.
Yeah, you know, no, I'm just saying.
Buzz thinks Sora and Koa from a video game, that's so
But
funny.
here in reality, you can't split worlds.
That never happens, yeah.
Okay, talking toy, I'll take your word for it.
What do you
That comes up again later in the game with Olaf in Frozen. Donald's like, oh, can a talking snowman be real? Yeah, you're right, talking duck. It's completely incredible.
Exactly, yeah.
Been taken to some kind of alternate world.
See, Woody gets it, and he has straw for brains.
And is it really that crazy?
I might be thinking of the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
I do like how he throws it back in his face. He's like, dude, you used to think you were Buzz Lightyear. Like, the Buzz Lightyear.
That just means these
I just love when Buzz deals with, like, the other Buzzes in the second film. I still like Toy Story 2 the best. I'm gonna be honest with you. It may have a vibe of being made for DVD, which it kind of was in the first place, but I still like it the best.
But we know something's wrong with this place. We should stick together.
Sora's right. They helped with the intruders, so they might help find our friends.
Sound logic, but I want to do my own thing and glower.
You can't
That makes
deny
sense,
that.
but no.
Come on. Every toy deserves a fair shake.
I don't know.
Am
I've
I
seen
right?
some... Oh, that reminds me, though. I need to watch this, but there's, like, a short that they did where Buzz ends up with, like, a support circle of, like, Happy Meal toys and shit like that. And then his Happy Meal toy version goes home in Buzz's place. Like, that actually looked pretty funny.
Wow, I don't think I haven't watched many of the Toy Story shorts and whatnot. I think there was like the Toy Story Before Time or something. There's a reference to that around here.
I forgot that was a thing, I'll be honest with you.
Come on, Buzz. We need to advance the plot.
Do you really think we can save our friends on our own? We didn't get very far before.
I mean, I've got a real working laser now. Army fighter.
Oh yeah, Army Fighter and Boat Lad.
Sora can be
Talk, Parrot! He really talks!
Oh, Jesus.
You can trust
I love the box art, yeah, it's actually pretty great.
There's even some Dissidia stuff in the toy store. Here, keep an eye out for it. I'm not really going to eyeball it because I had my you know, hopes and dreams set on completing the, you know, the actual footage without my recording software going tits up, but it's there.
So
It's
we're
definitely
clear.
there.
I remain skeptical about this. I'll work with you till we find our
I think I got
friends.
some bionicles back there, mate. Well, no, that's just like... No, those are like extra weapons for a
Thanks for
Zord
the
or
help.
something.
Sora.
Yep. Sword and drill, especially lucrative when sold on eBay.
Full House Zoo. That's great, because you can tell some of these are just weird Japanese translations.
This ascent is going to be rather tricky.
Too bad we're not strapped to a rocket, huh?
Yeah, even though you busted out as your team special all of the time.
Yeah, well, I clapped when I heard it, so it made my little heart tick, so it did.
Perfect. Come
Pretty
on, guys.
easy to do that to Tom, yeah.
Well, I enjoy life, what can I say? I'm not apologising for that.
I don't, so... I don't know where you got this from.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's go find some more lucky emblems and whatnot.
Let's
I do
see.
pine a little for the whole... For some reason, that's not one. Or it might be.
Let's see.
No, it is, okay. But I really do kind of pine for those old classic kind of big box toy stores, though. Because again, when Toys R Us did close down, that was kind of a big blow to a lot of kids that grew up around that time.
And then we learned that they weren't really paying their employees properly or something, while, you know, the bigwigs got severance checks and whatnot. Then it came back for a little bit. I think they got bailed out. I'm not sure if they're still around.
Yeah, as you know, I mean, that's basically how it works in America. 7 white men get all the money and everybody else fuck them, right?
Is that the 7 Guardians of Light that Xehanort's talking about?
That's the 13 Darknesses and you know it.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. Make gratuitous use of air step, because that's what makes these big worlds not seem so overly spacious.
Man, how tall is this fucking thing if it's the size of the shelves, you know? Are these like small shelves for like you're supposed to crouch next to, or are they full human size in this world?
I don't know. I would like a full human-sized mech to ride about in, but God, it must be super fucking pricey at the same time.
That's Mickey.
It sure is.
I mean, you are finding more lucky emblems than I bothered to do, because I was just like, game, gotta beat it, playthrough, you know.
I mean, I was looking at a guide, so maybe don't feel so down on yourself about it.
Okay, I'll just feel as arrogant as before.
Good. That's classic THD. That's what everyone wants. They don't want mopey THD. They don't want happy THD. They want to keep you grouchy and filled with Patreon money.
That's true, that's what gets all the comments going.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's see. We will take the green one for now.
We will take the green one, thank you.
We'll go to the action store later. It's fine.
I think you're just going up to floor 3 or the top now. Yeah, because I did it like... Yeah, I was looking for floor 1, floor 2, things like that.
This is going to be a new Classic Kingdom game, I think. Yep, there we go. Mickey cuts up. I'm not sure how that made it past the sensors, but maybe I'm thinking of a different version of cutting.
It's not that dirty, jeez.
This is so much fun!
I'm having a blast, guys. It's just taking me back to all the various Sonic playthroughs.
Oh, Jesus. You were in a Sonic playthrough once, but I don't think we ever finished that, did we?
It was, 06. Yeah, like the formal one. That one never finished. I've been in a few stream Sonic playthroughs, though.
Oh, yes. Yes, you have. I think we did Generations at one point, didn't we?
We did? Yeah, and I know we did Sonic Boom on your birthday when you got it. That was a great birthday present, because we were just sitting there just trashing the shit out of that game.
Oh, yeah, that's when, my graphics card wasn't working. Oh, wait, no, that's when, like, the stream was, like, dropping frames every millisecond. So it looked like shit on the actual, you know, live stream, but on the VOD it was, mwah, beautiful.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Alright, I think we've got a bit of a mini-boss coming up here. Oh, watch this.
Hey, what happened to my voice? Hey, you sound funny.
What did you activate?
I shot the balloon and they sucked up the helium.
I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah, there's tons of little Easter eggs, mate.
You know what this mech is missing, though? I like the shoulder charge, I like the punch. It just needs a full-on pile driver at this point. Just tombstone the motherfucker.
look, alright, if you want that sort of action, you can go and play DMC5, which I actually beat the other day. Fantastic finale, by the way.
Yeah, no, I played and beat DMC5 as well. It was good. Make more. I'll play them, sure.
Sure, I think it's going to be Nero's game from now on. This is a series for young demons at this point.
Although bring back Dante and Virgil, you know that.
But they're only going to be like billed as like Dante and Virgil from the Devil May Cry franchise, you realise that, right?
Of course. And then I first ran into one of these things on the Monsters Inc. world. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yep, these are the flans, and yeah, essentially you can beat them to get ingredients for special recipes and whatnot.
I didn't bother, so this is the first time I've actually run into this minigame. I didn't know this was in this world.
They are specifically called the Flantastic 7. I believe there's one in each world, and there's different minigames and ingredients for each. Let's have a little look here. This one, I'm looking. I think this is just the strawberry one.
My goodness, it's just building like a vertical Katamari here. I mean, there's not a lot to say about I'm spinning around and collecting flan, alright guys?
Yeah, basically. How do you feel about these guys as opposed to, say, the Mushroom 13 in KHG Final Mix?
I don't know, I didn't really bother with the mushroom stuff anyway. A lot of, you have to understand how much optional sides have in Kingdom Hearts I don't bother to do. So, I mean, this is definitely interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I am not bored watching this, so that's good.
Fair dues, mate. And, you know, we're using the attraction flows, like I mentioned in an earlier part.
Yeah, it works out for the best.
Right, almost there. Almost there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Are you trying to get, like, do you have to keep it balanced, or?
You have to keep it as high as possible, but I don't think you can lose your score. Feel free to correct me on that. Yeah, that was satisfactory.
I mean, you could have been perfect, but you're not. But that's okay.
There you go. Attraction extender. I won't be equipping that.
I think I got that, like, way later on. I think.
When they jump up and down, I believe that's like, you've done it the best you could possibly do, so you get something in addition to ingredients.
Like, I went to the Monsters Inc. one, I immediately fucked it up. And then he just shook his head in disappointment, like, fuck you, you fat ass, whatever the hell you are.
Wow, Jesus.
Flan. Ugh.
I'm running. Ah, Jesus.
You're dying, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, look how much damage that took off. I mean, you know, Proud Mode is kind of easy in this game, but the damage output's still the same for Proud Mode in other series, or games in this series, I suppose. Now, if I was a Rex, where would I be?
Man, they got some Battle Beast over here, though, which look like, I mean, these look like Godzilla toys. What I love, actually, about these guys, they have cuts for, like, their limbs, and they maintain that exact level of posability.
Do you guys hear something?
And it's charming as shit, actually.
Monstrous monsters.
Yeah, that's a great creative, brandable name.
There we go. Another piece of music brought back from an earlier Kingdom Hearts game. I honestly don't know the music off by heart, so you guys will have to point it out. I guess that's not what you're here for anyway, I suppose.
I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. As soon as we get back into the scene. Come on, I want to point him out. I guess not. Alright, we'll just have a talking.
If it wanted to play nice, then it should have stayed away from my friends.
Hell yeah.
This guy, look at this beautiful creature, how he moves. He has no elbow articulation, and he's permanently stuck in these awful poses. I love it. His legs don't even bend. It's great.
It's just another mark of the attention to detail that Square Enix and Pixar gave for this one. I'm really disappointed that Frozen wasn't better than it could have been, but hey, such is life, I suppose. And Toy Story is good anyway. It's probably one of the best Pixar properties, so it already had that going for it. So, like, in terms of stuff to pick from.
Yeah, definitely fight these guys in the mech. Do not fight them on foot like I did. It doesn't work out.
Well, I guess if you're you know, a guy with balls of steel, you could do it. But frankly, my dear, I am not. So, bada bing. Alright, More toy action next time here on HFC.